I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Yo, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. Your host, Hoodie Kev and City with For Real will join shortly. Not much to talk about tonight. Just finished watching the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. Hey, salute Kane Jerry. What's good? 19 comment NYC 84. What's good? Sergeant Knicks, G-Man for life. Was good. Kenny Payne was good. Kane Jerry, the official Kane Jerry was good. Was good. Not much on the Knicks front, but have a lot on the NBA front. I'm gonna try. No, I ain't at work. Hey, 19 comment NYC 84. I'm not at work. I'm actually in a telly. So yeah, I'm actually in a telly, man. I'm not doing it tonight. Salute Simmer Singh. Simmer Singh is in the building. Was good. Shea Legacy was good. Was good. Yeah, I'm not. I'm staged. Did you say I'm staged, G-Man? No, G-Man, you're not backstage, bro. Let me do this, G-Man. You're not backstage because I'm looking at the back. I'm looking backstage right now. Let me do this. No, I'm looking at the back right now. You're not back there, bro. I promise you, I'm looking at it. Oh, Sha, not Shay. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sha Legacy. There we go, G-Man. There you go.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
In the Twilight Zone,
Hey,
minute.
yeah, man, the Matrix. Hey, Neo, I have to send Morpheus for you. Using the Matrix.
For real though.
Using the Matrix.
What's
Yeah,
good
so hey man, not a whole lot working on a bunch of stuff. I'm whispering like Cornerstone Cab tonight. So I don't want to get in trouble. I'm whispering like Cornerstone Cab.
I feel
man. Yeah.
Hey, salute to the chat.
So So I'm not for sure where I'm not. So City for Real should be on the way. Hoodie Cam should.
I just got a phone with Hoodie Kev. He's on his way.
Yeah. Hoodie Kev likes that telephone, bro. Kev likes that telephone. Yeah, that telephone, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The telephone, I'm more like, hey, say what I got to say and get off. I don't, but yeah,
Kevin Knox.
yeah. Hey, El Maddox was good. Was good. Was good. Sean Legacy. Robert Paul
Look,
was good.
what's good? Look at the chat. The chat. Hey, listen. Just because Uncle Freezy got to whisper, don't mean the chat got to be silent. Stand up. Be
Yeah,
recognized.
yeah,
Let's get some
yeah,
likes up in there, people.
yeah, man. Y'all get that energy up. Yeah, get that energy up. So, we're
For
gonna see
sure.
if we can get a Hoodie Cab appearance. I don't know what Hoodie Cab is doing. I hadn't seen Hoodie Cab in a while. Let me see.
He
Let me
told
see if I can.
again. He told me about the news.
Yeah, he told me about the news too. I didn't know that McDonald's canceled the number 7. He was hot about that, bro.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
McDonald's canceled the number 7.
Yep.
So because I'm used to hearing him say, "Let me get a number 7 and iced tea."
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
firecracker hot about that thing, boy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He hot now. He had to talk to a manager. Yeah,
Like, where is my number 7 at? We got a problem. Houston, there's a problem here. And we need
yeah,
to fix.
man. Dominic, what's
What up,
good?
Knicks fam?
Woo.
What's good, man? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
What's good, G man?
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
I will have you know that I stopped and got a number 1 tonight. Okay,
Salute,
I had to
Kev.
change it
Salute,
up.
G-Man. I'm about to
He
go to
trying to.
the
He trying.
studio. I'm heading to the studio, so I'll be on in a
Okay.
minute.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
But look,
Yeah, he
Cam,
got a.
this is the question, right? It is 12:41 in
Yep.
the a.m. and you eat McDonald's.
You know, McDonald's is open 24 hours,
I understand that. That
It's
don't mean that you got to go
9:41
there
to us.
24 hours.
It's only 9:41.
but it is
So
there's
this
a
is your.
reason they're not open just to be open for no reason. They open to sell food at all times of day and night.
I understand, but so since your day consists of uh the reverse of normal people days, this is your dinner.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, it is.
I guess that makes sense.
I got a Big
Wow,
Mac with no pickles.
a number
What?
number one with no. That's a Big Mac,
Yes.
no pickles. You like my
I
my son don't like pickles either.
bro,
Uncle Freezy,
I
should I mean I know it's not that many people watching, but should I break the news to everyone?
yeah. Hey, so the what we always got to remember though is no matter what the number says in the live stream, people always watch this on replay.
Play it back. Yep.
Yeah. So people watch it. Yeah. So shout out to the people watching it on replay. That Hoodie Cab is eating a number 1 20 minutes to 1 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Did you get sweet tea, Ken?
They didn't have any sweet tea,
What the
What?
hamburger? What?
so I had to get a regular Coke.
Oh my goodness. Say it ain't so.
Yeah. Hey. So the news is or well, what we'll do is we'll share the news. How about we do it together, right? How about we do it together? So the news is so the news
Yo, Freeze, you
is
mind if I say something?
no, wait a minute. No,
I
we gotta do something real quick. It's more important than sports right now. We just gotta do something. Once we get this out, then we'll do most of the conversations and stuff. But we gotta get this out because it's important to the family. So
I
the news is Hoodie Cap procured a suite for Game 4 for the New York Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta, Georgia, for Sunday, May 30th. Tickets are available. We have 1, 2, 3, 15 tickets. Hold on, Kev. Hold on, Kev. So we have four. Kev, calm down. So we got 14 tickets. 14 tickets available for the suite. So of course, we're gonna save a couple of tickets for Breezy, a couple of tickets for Hoodie Cab, and then we have one um, for others. We'll just say it like that. So we have some tickets for others, and what we want to do is have the tickets be available for the Barnes Tears family, so that it'll be first come, first serve. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we save tickets for some special guests that may be in attendance, right? And I don't want to say who those special guests may be, but what we want to do is say that um, we may have visitors from outside the Barnes Tears family that are in the Knicks universe. That's all I'll say about that. Kev, you want to get into more detail than that with the tickets and stuff?
Yes. So I have spent about 3 days, legit, like at work doing this, 3 days on the phone with the Atlanta Hawks ticket office. Um, there is some breaking news that nobody outside of the Atlanta Hawks ticket office knows. I'm about to let Blorn's Tears know.
Breaking news.
This is legit breaking news. The Atlanta Hawks and State Farm Arena, and I found that the lady said that I was the first person to know this because they came to that decision tonight. The Atlanta Hawks are allowing 100% capacity at State Farm Arena for games 3 and 4.
That's huge.
That's
Wow, that's breaking
22,000
news.
fans.
That's huge.
That's huge news.
They heard, they was like, oh, Madison Square Garden is allowing 15,000 fans? Watch this.
Right.
But
That's
it is
amazing.
Georgia, so yes, 100% capacity.
That is amazing.
Wow.
That is amazing, man. That is amazing. That news is broken by Hoodie Cav.
Legit.
Hoodie Cav on Blowing. Yes. That that is amazing. So we're looking forward to seeing. We're looking forward to see you guys in this week, right? The pricing. Once if you're interested in getting tickets, Kev, how do you want to do it? Or do you want to um how will we? Because I want you to reserve my 2 tickets. I don't want you to put my 2 tickets out there and then all the tickets go and then I won't be able to get in the suite.
Yeah, can't have that.
Right.
Like I said,
Right.
I have,
And your thing.
here they are, and so everyone knows like this is legit. And pull it up.
Kev, they trust you, Kev.
Yes, so
They
I
trust
legit
you.
have it. What the process is, it's actually a really easy step that I have. Once it's confirmed and payment is delivered, all I have to do is hit transfer, put your number, email in, and you will automatically get the ticket sent to your phone. And all you have to do,
Hold on.
I believe,
I'm gonna try something.
okay, um,
He didn't say anything.
yeah,
He just left. You know what though? Them having
so
full
yeah,
capacity doesn't surprise me.
so all I do is transfer. Now you have to have or get a Ticketmaster account
Mm-hmm.
for it to show up. So if you've ever bought anything on Ticketmaster, just use the email that you had associated with it. Or if you just have to create an account and then the ticket will automatically show up. And you use your phone to scan your phone right at the gate, and you have to go up to the upper level and show your ticket there because there is what do you call those people?
Security.
Security. Not everyone can just go up to the suite levels.
Right.
They're like, no. I'm in that suite over there. It will be fully catered. There will, unfortunately, if you are an adult and you want beer or wine, that is on you. That's a little bit extra for me. I was like, I'm all right with it. Parking is also included in the tickets. There's also a cool part in the suite. There is a golf simulator.
Wow.
Yes, going all out. There's a full legit golf simulator in the suite. Also, there's something else that I'm missing. So also there's, and I should have put Knicks on it, but the Atlanta Hawks will be giving us a Blue Orange Tears welcome mat to put on the suite.
Wow.
Custom made Blue Orange Tears
with the logo.
It'll say Blue Orange Tears. It don't have the logo. It'll say Blue Orange Tears on it. It's custom made.
Oh, I was about to say.
So yes.
Kev, you're a pretty big deal, buddy. Look at you. you got CEO type stuff going on and whatnot.
They tried to haggle a little bit. The reason I couldn't get game 3 is I guess there was some miscommunication from the sales office, and the last suite was taken, and she didn't know. And so I had to get game 4, but then they tried to go up on the price, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. So I got a good deal. I mean, yes, here's the thing. So I had to legit come out of my own pocket to get the tickets. A pretty penny, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty penny. But it's for the Blue Orange Tears family, and I wanted to do something, bring everybody together. So I guess it's worth it.
That I think the thing that take out of this that's going to be immeasurable is the fellowship that gets to go on at that event. Not only are we taking part in a historical event, but you get to do it with fellow Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. So, shout out to you, Kev, for, putting that time and energy into making sure that this happens. Everybody is not as committed to be able to get that done. And I say, salute to you for those efforts. And there are people that's going to be able to reap those benefits here pretty soon.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted everyone to just be able to have a good time. And I wish I can get more tickets. What's interesting is this. Now that I think about it, because they kept when I originally acquired about it, it was capped.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, well, you can only have 18 people in the suite. But now that I think about it, since they're having 100% capacity, could I not get more people?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I also don't know if it's too late. Also.
Have you signed a contract already?
Yes.
It's too late. It's too late because now you got to go back and renegotiate everything else, and then they may take some stuff out that you've already negotiated for. So yeah. That's good stuff. That man, look. I wish I could go. I do. Especially I'm this close. Oh goodness. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you the truth. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I
so
would,
it should be fun.
yeah. To Julian Blum's point, I would call and ask. You know, simply because if you guys are expanding the maximum occupancy, is there a potential for me to be able to add people to the current package I have, and if so, what do we need to do? Can we get an addendum to the original contract and then go from there? I would ask.
Um, I know she's. I think she said she's out the office, but I don't. No, she's. I think she's working tomorrow. I got it because I have. I have my own agent. Who I have brokered this with, because it's not like it's a. I went to like the window and got a ticket, right?
Right, right,
For suites, you have to actually work with somebody in the sales office
right.
that sells it. So I have an agent. It's funny because she is um uh she's gonna meet me there. She's gonna be there Sunday at the
Okay.
game. And she's gonna come up, introduce her. And I was like, I should buy you something um for everything that you've done. Her name is
Kev.
yeah.
Hey, man. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man, but can you? Is there a way that I can pay for my ticket right now?
Yes.
I want to pay for my ticket right now, and then I just want to and not being disrespectful to the chat, but it won't be a function unless it won't be fair unless Uncle Freezy pays for his ticket first.
Lead by example.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
And while Kev is doing his technical things, hey, shout out to City for Real. Welcome, my brothers. Good to see you in the vertical position. You know what I'm saying? Up alive and well, doing your thing. Are you like you camping? Is that a fire? I see.
Yeah, I'm out by the fire right now, man. You know, we got a little family function going, so I'm out
You
here
are a
chilling.
true out
So,
city. I'm telling you something. I don't want to ever hear anybody talk about people that are not true outdoor. You are a outdoorsman, my brother. I'm telling you
I
something
do
right
it
now.
all.
You
I
do.
do it all, bro.
You do. I'm like, wow.
Make sure you
He
got
got
your bug spray.
Nah, yo, I think I'm close enough to the fire. I'll be all right, man. But
He's straight.
I just wanted to say, man, I just want to tell everybody, yes, I'm still standing. Yes, I'm still here. Got a little family gathering going. So, yeah, got a little function going. But I think I'm going to bring my laptop outside, hopefully. And I'm going to jump down in the comments. I'm going to still be rocking with y'all. But I'm here. Y'all smash that like button before y'all step in the building. You already know what time it is, man. Yo, shout out to Freezy, Kev, my guy Sarge, and Spree, the nickname. We already know what it is, man. But shout out to you guys. And I will try to jump on later if I can't. You know what I'm doing. I'm standing out here. I'm out here by the fire, hanging out, relaxing. But just want to say shout out to you guys and salute my peoples.
Salute, man.
Look, be
Have some
safe,
of
bro.
those marshmallows, man, under the fire. Some
Yes,
s'mores.
sir.
For real, for real. Hey,
Yes, sir.
salute, Spree. How's it going, brother?
Hey, man, I'm just can't believe we're almost here, man. One day away.
It
One
is.
day away.
It's been a long, long time to wait, man. I'm telling you something. I never wished a week away so fast in my life. I'm telling you now. It,
Yeah,
it's it's been a hot minute.
we prime time. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be special in there.
Freezy, are you
Absolutely.
here? Are you here, Freezy?
Yes. Okay.
So do you want me to send it? Hold on, I just want to make sure I do this right. Blah blah blah.
And I'm sorry for delaying the show and not talking about Knicks, but
You
we
good?
got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. And
Sure.
the one thing I want to talk about is I saw my guy Sam Russell's show earlier a little bit. He mentioned is Clint Capella going to exploit Nerlens well?
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
mm,
I mean, he's given me nightmares the past few days thinking about Clint Capella. But I mean, we've emphasized it all week. They've gotten the booklets, Freezy. They gotten the books. To be honest with you, he's as much of a nightmare as Trae Young is for me in the series. That's how much we have to find a way to put a body on this man. We cannot let him control the series the way he controlled the glass the last time we played him. We have to put a body on this man. He can wreck the series. Yes, Trae Young can wreck the series too, but again, we got to do a better job on this man. And it's not just Noel, man. It's got to be a collective effort. Obi, when he gets in there, Taj, when he gets in there, anybody that's getting down there has to understand what Capella brings.
right.
I hope
And
this works.
Oh Lord.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous at the transfer button.
Did you set up a It's easy if you. I don't know if you have a Cash App account, but it's easy if you set up a Cash App.
No, I have a cash. I have a cash app, and
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. It's not that. It's
Oh, you talk about transferring the ticket.
Yes.
I got you.
Oh, so you're going to the game?
Yeah.
Did you miss the first 20 minutes of the show?
I missed the first.
No. So the thing is, so Spree, so the Lawrence's family have secured a suite for the Knicks at the Atlanta Hawks for Game 4, Sunday, May 30th, at State Farm Arena. Hoodie Cam did all the legwork and deserves all the credit for doing an excellent job. And so what we're trying to do is get the Lawrence Tears family together in Atlanta so that we can go into a suite and root for the Knicks in State Farm Arena. So what we're going to do is try to turn State Farm Arena into MSG South.
That's dope, man. You know that. You know how many Knicks fans are already in Atlanta. I mean, it's gonna be crazy.
Right, no doubt.
That's
No
awesome.
doubt. Hey, Kev, I'm gonna step away for just a second.
Did you get it? You should have got a message.
Yep. So I'm gonna step away for just a second to see if I can get it to work, and then that way, if others have questions when they try to do it, I can walk them through the process.
Yep.
So Kev, I'm gonna throw a live grenade in a room, and just
walk away.
and then go do this, right? So Allen Houston should have his number 20 retired, and whoever is wearing 20 right now should have to change their number because the 90s Knicks deserve their just due.
Yes, sir. Sir. Is Kevin Knox number 20?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thought so.
Look, Freezer legit just rolled a live hand grenade right in the room under the kitchen table while Kev's sitting there eating his number one.
It's funny. Very funny.
Oh my goodness. How do you respond, Kev?
You know, I believe that the current person who wears number 20 is going to do justice to the number.
Okay. So do you believe, that being said, do you believe that the efforts and the result, well, actually the results, that the history of the number of the person that previously wore that said jersey should be, do you think that it's devaluing somebody else wearing that number at the same time, or not having this number retired, or not really retired, but just saying we're going to hold this number in a special place until somebody else wears it?
No, I don't know if you can do that or not, because a retired number is a retired number. You're either going to retire it or you're not going to.
You're right, but I think that there is a certain thing as, let's say, a gentleman's agreement, right? So if Hoodie Kev wears number 5, and he was instrumental in whatever success that our franchise had, right? For whatever reason, it may not be at the rate that I can retire your number and hang it up in the rafters, but I want to make sure that this number is never worn again. So whoever comes in and asks for this number, I'm like, hey, you can't wear this number because this person right here is here, and this is why. So there's a middle ground there. It's up to the franchise.
The funny thing is this: Allen Houston works for the Knicks.
He does. He absolutely does.
Allen Houston is around James Dolan every day,
all the time. That's a fact.
So it's not like he's like, "Hey, Allen, we just drafted this kid from Kentucky. He wants to wear number 20. Are you okay with that?"
You're right.
Did Knox wear 20 in college?
I don't
think he did.
I don't know.
I don't think he did.
Don't remember.
I'm surprised you don't know that, Kev.
I didn't really follow Kevin Knox.
In college?
Yeah, I mean, I know. So, what? That can't be right. He wore number 5.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
He wore number 5 for Kentucky.
Interesting.
Got to New York and was like, you know what? I'm a big fan of Allen Houston. I'm light skinned. They probably couldn't tell us apart. So
you did say they probably can't tell us apart. Oh,
maybe
my God.
Was Tim Hardaway Jr. on the team his rookie year? I don't think so, right? Because he was 5. He was number 5. Forgot if there's anybody else that was number 5.
Was Tim Hardaway here?
He was, but I don't think I think Tim got dealt because he was part of the Porzingis trade.
He was part of the Porzingis trade.
Was that before Kevin Knox or after Kevin Knox? Before, right?
I think that might have been Kevin Knox's rookie
year. So maybe he couldn't get number 5 because Tim Hardaway said, "No, you ain't getting this rook."
Probably so.
That makes sense.
Interesting. My whole thing is you should not let Tim Hardaway dictate your jersey number.
The moral of the story is,
listen, Tim Hardaway
was
making $72 million. Okay.
Ain't nobody Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't care. He did not deserve that contract. That was a Steve Mills mistake.
Was that Steve Mills or was that Phil Jackson?
Steve Mills.
Are you sure that wasn't Phil Jackson?
I'm pretty sure because it was the day of free agency when that contract came out from Woj, and it was like Steve Mills is went to meet with Tim Hardaway Jr. I remember that.
I try to put those thoughts out of my mind.
I mean, yeah, it's tough when you're a rookie. I get it. He was making more money. My whole thing is Tim Hardaway Jr. shouldn't get to decide anything. But I wish him well.
Yeah.
I got no ill will. Facts.
You move on and do something different. Just don't do it against when you play the Knicks.
Don't do it against us. Yep.
That's right.
The funny part is he actually hurt us in one of the games this year.
He did.
Whatever. It's fine.
He did.
His dad killed us.
Oh my God.
I'll say this. I can't believe I'm admitting this on a Knicks show, but I hated his father. And I hated Alonzo Mourning, but I did respect the hell out of those guys. If those guys were on my team, I ain't gonna front. I would love. I mean, if Tim Hardaway was a Knick, we would love him. His father, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a mutual respect thing. He killed us, but of course I hated him. But
that's that whole Miami thing, though. So anybody that has played for Miami. Generally, that's like our what do you call the people? Antagonist. the Miami Heat are the antagonists to the New York Knicks for whatever reason. I don't know why it is, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Even today.
So you guys feeling good? How are you feeling? You asked me. I mean, I'm excited. Where are you guys as we approach? We're less than what 36 hours.
Yeah.
I feel broke.
As you should.
That's
as
how I
you
feel.
should. And look, everybody don't have hoodie care problems.
You got broke for these tickets, huh?
I don't want nobody else to ever question my fanhood
Again.
after I spent the money that I had to that I spent today.
Was it tough to get tickets in Atlanta or not really?
So you also missed this breaking bombshell. Hold on, this is Uncle Freezy. You want to tell Uncle? Hold on one second.
So while Kev is doing his behind the scenes on screen thing here, I would tell you this, Free. I think that anytime that and I had the same problem during the football season when watching the Giants, and especially when you have like a bye week and you wait for the next week. I had a lot of time to overthink a lot of things, right? Instead of just focusing on basketball. So I think I'm at the point now where I just want to see the tip off and just let's go play ball.
Right.
All the hypothesis and the what ifs and this person, that person, this scheme, that scheme. I'm way past all that.
Play the game.
Yes.
Play the game. We've talked too much.
Exactly.
There's been too much of a wait, so like I don't want them to overthink it now. Now you just gotta let your instincts and just if you make mistakes, make them quickly.
Exactly. So you can overcome them and move on.
Right. I'm with you, man. I mean, it's been a long wait. Like that's what I'm a little worried about, but I think because we're home, even if we do make mistakes early on, I think we'll be able to overcome it. But I am worried that we've been off for a while.
Yeah, we have. And we already notoriously we are known.
Uncle Freezy has his ticket officially.
Okay, good deal. So everything worked out.
Yes.
Good deal.
Good man. Good deal.
I'm sorry, I missed what was going on.
No, we were just talking about the long layoff, and
yeah. So we said while you were doing your backstage business on camera, then we just went and started talking about something else. But no, what I was saying was, at this point, we had this week off. We had, for me, it's a long layover, or not layover, but a long break in between the last time we played to the first game in the series. And my concern is that there's rust there, and we're already historically known for having slow starts. I mean, when we play back-to-back games, you still come out slow. So you add a week. It could go either way. A week's preparations would say, well, okay, I'm ready, I'm rested, I come out fresh, and we got it going on. Or I had a week off, my shot's rusty. It's going to take me a minute to get back in the rhythm. But these guys are practicing every day, so it is what it is. I just want to get back to playing ball. Period.
Right.
And Shea Legacy, no, I'm not originally from New York. Originally, I'm from New Jersey, but I am a Knicks fan, tried and true. Have been for a number of years.
Yep.
So one thing State mentions a good point about, so they're allowing 15,000 fans, which is the most they've allowed all year. Do you think the increase in fans, we've shot the ball so well in an empty gym all year with the 2,000 or what fans? I'm obviously happy that, of course, I want our fans to go to the games, but do you think that will affect how well this team has shot in our home gym? Or not really?
I don't. I think it's going to play more to our benefit than to be a detriment, simply because these guys shoot in this gym all the time, all day, every day. They're in the gym, and this is their home rim. They should know how the ball bounces and whatnot. I think where those 15,000 vocal New York fans come into play is when you get into the heads of the Hawks who don't have that playoff experience. So, the way in their mind, what they're thinking is, I've been to Madison Square Garden before. Yeah. You know, we played in front of fans before. Yeah. I think what did we have in the building at that point? I think the max was like 2,000 when they came to play. So 2,000 and 15,000, big difference, huge difference. And the Knicks fans are like this. So the refs, when they make those bad calls, they're gonna hear about it. I mean, the Knicks fans put pressure on people in that building. Period. But I think that it will be to our benefit to get the opposing team off their game. They got to be of strong will and strong character to come play in Madison Square Garden.
Okay. No, I'm with you, man. I think we're gonna be okay. I really do. I just want, like you said, man, G-Man, it's been a long wait. Now, there's been so much breaking down, psychology and all this. Just we got to play the game. Let's just let it play out. If we get swept, I'm going to be mad. If we lose at 5, 6, but at the end of the day, you know what? The season's been so good. We just got to let it play out. And these guys have earned the right to be here, win or lose. Obviously, I want to win, so I'm going to be mad and come on here and get mad. But they've earned it, so they just got to play the way they played all year. See who's the better team.
Guys, Spree, I think it's a little bit bittersweet because, a part of me loves that New York is opening. So it's like the difference of like the city's moving on. So I love that the city's moving on. I love that a year ago, we were literally locked in. So it's beautiful to see that New York City is back in motion. The only thing is, with our fans, when you go back to the Reggie Miller arguing with Spike Lee, sometimes our fans could be a little bit of a gens. So I feel like the group that was together was able to have 41 wins, mostly because they were so in tune together. Our fans could be a little bit too aggressive. That's my only problem. When throwing 15,000 people that are a little bit too desperate, could be a difference because when they playing in a bubble, it's different. So I think it's gonna have an effect. Hopefully, it's for the better, like you guys are saying. But who knows where that pressure is gonna take us?
So I would say this, Gas. Anyone that has ever been associated with any team that's played in New York, whether it's the Giants, the Jets, the Mets, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Knicks, it doesn't matter. You have to come with a certain type of intestinal fortitude and mental toughness to be able to survive in that market. Period. So and that the level you have to be in a different headspace when you are dealing with New York fans. Period. I just don't care what sport it is or what you're doing. It doesn't have to be a sport. If you're in business in the city, it's a different mindset. It's a totally different mindset. So I think that when people, I think people confuse passion and aggression sometimes. Now, New York has very passionate fans. Now, sometimes fans can be over aggressive and take things too far. We have those fans as well. But I think we have to be careful not to confuse that passion for aggression, as long as people respect those boundaries. But New York fans are like this. When you are doing well, we'll praise you. When you suck, we're gonna tell you suck. And not only are we gonna tell you suck, we're gonna tell you why you suck and what you need to go get fixed. So we New York, especially the Knicks fan. Knicks fans are a special breed because we feel like that we have stock in the basketball team, right? When our players hurt, we hurt. When our players are having a bad game, we're having a bad game. So they don't suffer alone. We're in this thing together. And I think they realize that. And that's what makes this thing special.
I want to say it. We are entitled fans sometimes. And like that's one thing that I appreciate with Uncle Freezy. I appreciate with man, because when you listening to a Knicks fan that is from out of the city, they're so much different than us. Like I could come out sometimes as a little bit arrogant because that's the Bronx in me. Like I grew up a Yankee fan, but like when I see other fans from other cities, they're like, I'm meeting like California Knicks fans. They're so different than me, you know. So like, I don't know, but
I mean, you're right. When you're actually in the city, it's different. Go
G-Man,
ahead,
you mind
Freeze.
if I say something?
No, go ahead, Freeze.
So what I'm gonna say to that is, bro, you from the Bronx, I grew up in Jersey City. Even though you inside the border, I'm closer to Madison Square Garden than you are from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But think about what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Think about. So as soon as I hit the Lincoln Tunnel, I'm there. Yeah, nah. As soon as I hit the Lincoln Tunnel, I'm there.
You're Uncle Freeze. You're those type of New York, New Jersey, and New Jersey. Oh, the Statue of Liberty is from New Jersey.
No, I'm sorry. The Highlands, bro. I'm telling you. You take your bus from the Bronx, right? And I catch my train from Jersey City and my bus, and I will beat you there. If we start at the same time, I will beat you to MSG, my crib from your crib. You know what I'm saying?
For front door to front gate.
Yeah. And no shade in the Bronx, because I spent plenty of summers in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep saying, like I say to people all the time, my grandfather moved because I'm living in a city that my grandfather is from, right? But he moved to the Bronx as a after he divorced my grandmother, and you know what I'm saying, married his second wife. But we used to go over there and kick it in the Bronx. And I used to take that Jersey City swag to the Bronx. And they was like, yo, shorty, you can't do that here. This is the Bronx. Don't you know we'll stab you? And I used to be like, yo, I'm from Jersey City, son. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know, because I was a little shorty, but they welcomed me. I mean, I get it. I show the Bronx mad love because the Bronx showed me love first. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them deals, man. Like, just because I don't live in the city now, don't mean I'm not from there. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in that atmosphere. I grew up, dude. I saw it, like I was just telling Kev. I went to an outdoor festival tonight. Took my lovely wife to an outside festival tonight out of town. That's the reason why I'm not on camera, because I'm in a rundown Hilton hotel. I don't know why.
So I guess we could call you a tri-state baby, because at the end of the day, New Jersey's nothing but New York's warehouse. You know, we just need a state right next to it to, you know, put our stuff.
No, that's what they call California.
Freaky. Yeah, for you and Miss Smoker, did you do jazz?
No, it was the live band actually covered a lot of great songs. They played some Frankie Beverly and Mays.
Okay.
Did they cover Can You Stand the Rain?
They don't play trash like that, bro.
What?
They don't. Nobody plays trash like that.
Hey, did they play some Earth, Wind and Fire?
Yep, and some Ozzy Brothers.
Yeah.
Used about
some Temptations.
Yep. That's a nice time right there.
I mean, so we got.
Did they play If It Isn't Love?
No, they don't play trash like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we got out there, and so they had all downtown blocked off, so we could go out there and dance. So it was cool so G, they played a song. I think I told a story on the Knicks One Drive about this song called "After the Love Is Gone" by Earth, Wind and Fire. No.
Yep.
"After the Love Is Gone" by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yep.
They played that, so me and Mocha was, you know what I'm saying, we could get out there and do a little thing. It was a bunch of couples out there, a lot of silver foxes out there, man. You know what I'm saying, enjoying themselves. You know, paying for overpaying vendors for food, but the food was delicious though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's a good time.
Glad you had a good time, man. That sounded like a fun night.
Yeah, man. You know, it was cool because we could get out there and just dance and you know, at nighttime, you know how they sell the little lights that you can wear on your clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. Yeah. So it was man, we had a nice time.
That's
But Hoodie Kev was calling me, asking me about Kevin Knox. He was like, after this dance with Smoker, man, I want to talk about Kevin Knox.
I don't recall this conversation going like that at all. Actually, like I'm pretty sure that's not how that went at all. I probably
What?
called you. I was like, "Do you know how much money I just spent? I got a whole headache right now."
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Freezy, you got to have like 4 or 5 phones on burner accounts because I'm sure when you get them calls and Miss Moga don't want to hear it, she gonna take them and flung them in the river somewhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was telling Kev, like I was looking no lie, I was looking at Miss Mocha in her eyes. We were sitting in the car, right? It's dark, and what happened is at nighttime, you don't want to eat in the dark, and you also don't want to eat standing up. So
Right,
we went,
right.
so we went to the car and sat in the front seat, and I was looking her in her eyes, and her food was getting cold. She was like, "Stop!" She's like, "Stop looking at me, boy. Eat your food." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, if you only knew what my eyes was thinking. I was like, my eyes locked in on your thighs. And she's like, man, stop. Our food going, you know what I'm saying? And Hoodie Cab called and it's like, Peter Alonso going to the disabled list. So it was quite an interesting night.
You know what?
Kev, say it ain't so, Kev. Say it ain't so. You know better than that.
I mean, I
Come
did
on,
not
Kev.
know they was having a romantic
Oh my
evening.
God.
I found out that Pete Alonso was on the disabled list. I was like, oh man,
Kev.
does Uncle Freeze know this? I need
Oh
to let
my,
him know.
oh my goodness.
No,
But I'm
You-
really, I guarantee that this story is not how it all played out according to Uncle Freeze. I believe there is some
Kev.
finagling going on with this story.
Kev, okay, so let me ask you this, Kev. Let me ask you this. What time did you place the phone call, Kev? What time was it?
I have talked to Freezy throughout the day, so I don't really know.
Not throughout the day. This particular phone call at this particular time of night. We've already established it was at night.
I'm pretty sure the sun was still up.
No. He said it was dark, so it was at night.
Dark?
Yeah.
He might have been under a tree and was just casting a big shade.
He just said he was in the car with the light on in the car because it was dark. No, he wasn't under a tree. It was nighttime.
I mean, South Carolina got some big old trees. So,
no,
have you ever been to South Carolina? They got some.
So okay. So Freezy, do you know the approximate time at which? And I'm sure you do because at that particular time you looked at the phone and were like, I don't believe this John Brown thing going on right now. So approximately what time?
Some people. Hey, when certain people call me, I'm answering regardless. And Hoodie Cab one of them.
Right.
I appreciate it.
So
So certain people call. If I'm able to, yeah, I'm a call. I'm a answer regardless. But to have this a certain thing screamed at me. So this is what was screamed at me. I just paid for the tickets, so I could talk Kevin Knox whenever I want.
I don't think it came off like that.
That's literally what he said. The first thing he said.
That's what he said.
Listen, it didn't come off like that. I was like, I just came through in the clutch, and I feel like I can talk about any subject I want to, and if that includes Kevin Knox,
oh my God,
then so be it.
No, that's not.
Oh my goodness.
Because Uncle Freezy was like, it might just be you tonight on the podcast. And I'm like, well, look, I can talk about Kevin Knox all night. I mean, I think I deserve it. And why he's gonna be the starting small forward next year.
But Kev, what's the reason? I told Kev, I said, hey Kev, and Kev, look, Kev.
You done made Freezy get on the camera.
Yeah. So I was like,
he didn't give you the side out look like Kev. Now
so,
you know
Kev.
Kev.
So I was like,
Kev, don't make me turn my camera on.
Yeah, I was like, Kev, I left the laptop home by accident. You know what I'm saying? And so you might have to hold it down. You might have to hold it in the road. And Kev was like, well, that means I can talk about Kevin Knox all night. So I was like, hey, geez.
I said if I so chose to, not saying that I was going to, those are two different things.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Oh my goodness, I can just see right now. I can see Freeze's face as soon as the phone ring, because you know that when your phone ring and it's dark, that's a bright light up in your face, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure Hoodie Kev came up on his phone, and
Yeah.
Miss Mocha was looking because the original that original look that Freezy had going on,
Yeah.
the look that he was receiving from Miss Mocha was not the same thing as the look that Freezy was giving out. She was like, "Are
Who
you
is
serious?"
this Kevin Knox
No.
woman? Get out of here!
She was like,
Turn that phone off right now.
Right.
like,
I'm pretty sure that
"Are
Miss
you
Mocha
serious right now?"
knows. I'm pretty sure by this point in time, Miss Mocha knows exactly who Hoodie Cap is.
I'm sure she does, and it may not be in a good way.
You should
I'm
Probably
just
stop
not.
being
saying.
friends with him. He
I'm
likes
just
Kevin
saying.
Knox.
Miss Mocha. Now think about this, Kev. Miss Mocha. I'm sure Miss Mocha knows who Hoodie Kev is. But think about how many times you call that's interrupted something that Miss Mocha had going on. So Miss
Probably not
Mocha
that
may
often.
not. Oh.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple times. So during when we were doing the Knicks live the Boston Celtics game, and Miss
Yep.
Mocha had was baking cookies, and I
I
was
remember
like,
that. I
yeah,
remember.
she was baking those chocolate cookies. I was like, man, this moment right here, because we finally have an empty nest where it's just me and her. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I remember
And
that.
so I snuck up behind her and I was reading comments from the comment section. I was like, hey, listen, check out what they said about Robin Knowledgeable Nick. You know what I'm saying? And so check out what they said about Robin Nick. And Kevin Hoodie Cam called me and said, they better play Knox today. The Celtics are ready.
That is not how it went.
Oh my
Literally was
goodness.
not how that went at all.
Oh my
Right,
goodness. Oh
right.
my goodness.
Well,
Yeah.
the way Kev said it was more creepy. You know what I'm saying? It was more creepy. So
I definitely was not sounding like that. Listen, chat. Uncle Freezy is making this up right now, and he's pulling one of those stories that we know Uncle Freezy likes to pull.
But look, okay, Kev. So let me ask you this, right? So I understand that depending on the way a story is portrayed, people there are two different perspectives of the story, right? So normally, what I do is I find the happy medium into both versions of the story. So what Freezy just said, is there a 65% chance of what he said is true? 65%.
right, right.
That's a big percentage.
It is, but it's not hard. Is it? See, I'm saying is it over half? So there may be some variance as to like specific details, but the crust of the story, 65%, is it true?
No. Uncle Freezy is probably talking about like 35% truth.
Wow, that's a low number.
So I did
Okay.
say in as the conversation going on, because remember, we are under the assumption that Boston wasn't playing. I legit thought they was playing a NASCAR driver.
You did. You said that too, Carl Edwards.
I thought Carl Edwards was on the court.
Wait a
I was
minute.
like,
Oh,
wow.
wait a minute,
You
Kev.
said
Wait a minute. So answer me this. So Kev, did you call me?
Yes.
Okay, so
That
mm,
that's
was
true.
funny.
So
Carl
that
Edwards. That was funny.
so that part is true, right?
This
That
is
part is true.
true.
Okay. Um, when you called, you ask me? I was like, hey man, yeah, I was just chilling. I'm gonna have to go in a room because I can't get the link on the desktop. Was that not true? Remember that?
This is also true. Yes.
Right. Okay. So I went in the room and I was like, oh my, Kev, Miss Mocha has house smelling like chocolate chip cookies. Is that
mm.
not true?
This is also true.
Okay. And then I said, hey, Hoodie Cav, she just brought me chicken salad.
Oh, I remember that. I know that's true. I ain't even got to wait for you to answer that because I was on screen when he said that. Because you asked him
Kev,
what you eat, and Kev was like chicken salad.
Kev, is that not true? Is that not true?
That is also true.
Okay. All right. Did you when I said chicken salad, did you not say, well, chicken salad is delicious? Did
I
you
mean,
not say
I
that?
don't know if I said those exact words. Probably yes.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
sounds like
okay.
something I would say.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then you said, hey, well, I'm sorry to interrupt the chicken salad, even though I did put you on chicken salad. I laughed, right? I laughed when you said that. Because when you said you introduced me to chicken salad, I laughed. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
That's me admitting that part is true.
Yes.
Did you not say, man, um um you said
This is what,
um
you see, this is where the story starts to get a little hazy.
no 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 no
This
no
is
no
where the
no
story starts to get a little hazy.
no you said the Edwards game. You were like they're playing such and such Edwards,
I said
and
no. I said they're not playing any of their top players.
okay,
I said all of those top players are out.
that
I
is
said
also true.
Julius Randle, this game should be locked up by halftime, and we shouldn't see Julius Randle that much in the rest of the game. And you said,
Right.
oh, so we get to see more of Obi.
No. Listen, when you said that, the next thing I said was, well, I hope we bury them, but if we get out to a fast pace, I think it's gonna be close at the end because anytime the Knicks sprint out to score like 60 points in half, they never score a lot of points in the second half. You remember me saying that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna pass it right now. I'm gonna right now pass it to man for life because based on the few points that I made, I would like to just pass this argument along and to move on to something else because I think we're past the 35% truth bar
Way
that you
past
mentioned.
35%. Way
Yeah,
past 35%.
Mind you,
We passed
this
50%.
conversation that me and Uncle Freezy had was about 20, 30 minutes long.
I understand, but
So he's only really getting to like the outer crust of the conversation.
so and that's really all we need because the thing that we were trying to establish is based on the conversation started with saying that Freezy gave you his interpretation of how the conversation went. You disagree with some of the crux of the conversation. Freezy gave 7 very valid data points in which you agreed to that went on. So that takes me back to my 65% of the conversation. I'm just saying.
Something like that.
Okay. Moving on. Moving on.
So Kev, so this is what I wanted to I spoke to a certain point on the Knicks Morning Drive a couple of days ago, and I wanted to touch on it with you right now because I think this is right up G-Man and Free the Knicks alley. Right. So if we bench Elfrid Payton and we play Alec Burks at point guard, then what are we gonna do to make up the small forward minutes off the bench?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry, can you repeat that question? Sorry.
Me personally, I have no comments. Spree, do you want to take this?
Sure.
I have no comment on what the Knicks will do with their backup small forward position. If Alec Burks gets into the starting lineup,
Oh my God.
as Dave Chappelle once said, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
So the question is, if Elfrid gets benched at some point and Burks gets more starters type minutes, who comes in the game at small forward?
Yes.
Yes. Because if you move Alec Burks from the second unit small forward to the starting point guard,
Right.
who replaces Alec Burks as the second unit small forward? Because Elfrid Payton can't be the second unit small forward.
Facts.
I think the answer would be Frank Ntilikina.
Frank. The French
Right now.
God.
Yeah, I think he would space the floor, and what we would ask him to do, he may not guard. He's not going to, probably wouldn't guard the small forward of the other team. We probably would still put him on Trae Young at times, but I think that's the way to go. I really don't think this is a Kevin Knox series, but I'm not going to rule out anything. I think you always have to be ready. If there was a situation where Frank, for whatever reason, picks up a lot of fouls and you still need him later in the game, could Knox get in there for a couple minutes to close a half, or where you need some points to spread the floor? We've seen him do that, so I'm not going to rule out that we may see Knox. But to answer your question, I think going into the series, the answer is Frank.
Kev, stop your foot from tapping. Your foot. I don't. Your foot is not even on the screen, but I see it moving like this.
Listen, I'm gonna say something right now, and this will be my 2 cents.
So I agree with you. Except I think we should do this. And I know this is going to sound drastic, but I think the answer to that question is Reggie Bullock.
Oh, I didn't even know that was an option.
You said Reggie Bullock?
Reggie Bullock. I think if you bring in Alec Burks, then I think you should also start Emmanuel Quickly. So your backcourt would be Emmanuel Quickly, Alec Burks, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. Your second unit would be Derrick Rose, Reggie Bullock. I'm sorry, Derrick Rose. So your second unit would be a combination of Derrick Rose, Reggie Bullock, Taj Gibson, Obi Toppin, and
you want R.J. Barrett to basically go up the whole game against DeAndre Hunter.
Yes.
Who he can't bully at all. Get to the hole how he wants to on DeAndre Hunter. So that takes away 65% of RJ's game.
I don't think Bullock. I think we need Bullock in the starting lineup.
So I think that in this scenario, I agree with Spree. I think that the defensive paralysis of the starting five is important. I'm not sure where the fall off would be between Elfrid Payton and Burks. I'm sure there is some there. Or Tom Thibodeau would have made this move a long time ago. But I also think that if we're talking about if Elfrid Payton is truly going on the shelf and we're not going to play him, and Burks is taking over the point position, then at some point, and we have not seen him all year, and the playoffs is the wrong time to do it. But I think somebody's got to go into the warehouse and take the bubble wrap off of Kevin Knox and at least give him a shot to see what it looks like. I mean that's his position. So if you got somebody that's available to play the position, why not do it? And again, I would much rather have seen this prior to going to the playoffs.
Right.
Much rather have seen this. So then you have an idea of what could happen versus trying to base whether or not we play our backup forward in a playoff game based on garbage minutes that he's gotten in the last 3-4 games.
It also depends who's on the lineup I also want to add, I agree with what you just said, G-Man. I think that you made some good points. And I think it also depends on who's the lineup for the Hawks. If they go big or small,
True.
that changes the dimensions. If they're putting all shooters out there, I may want Kevin Knox out there. If they got a banger down low, I probably don't want Knox in there. I don't know.
The thing about Atlanta is nothing but shooters. Long shooters like Bogdanovich, Hunter, Herter, Reddish. I think Cam Reddish is out though.
Yeah, he's out.
He is. He's out for the series.
He's out.
So Collins, Gallinari are all big shooters. Like
Knox played it, by the way.
Yeah,
Knox played in the first game, the first Hawks game on the road. He actually played well.
I think he played the first 2 Hawks games.
He might have. I know he played in the first one.
That's why it makes me question why is Luka arriving today and we're still already putting him for next year when Mike James came for the Nets and right away the Nets put Mike James. I'm pretty sure Mike James is going to be the guy that nobody expects to play good for the Nets. So why are we not using the asset that we just got? I don't understand this whole wait for the next year type of thing.
The difference between I'll take this. The difference between
Luka Bildosa. That's how you say Bildosa.
The difference between Mike James and Luka, whatever his last name is,
Bildosa,
is the fact that Mike James has played in the NBA.
He did? Okay, I didn't know that.
Mike James didn't just come from overseas and step into the National Basketball Association. Not even that. Not even play one regular season game at all. The last thing you want to do is your first game with people you've never met a day in your life. You want to come in here and be in the playoffs, something that these people have fought for, have worked
for almost
hard.
a decade.
No, but this current team. This current team has worked hard, played hard, practiced hard all season long.
Mm-hmm.
And a God is going to just walk in the door.
Sometimes it happens, Kev. Remember when we traded Enes Kanter and I believe Nurkic got injured and the way Enes Kanter fit in, it was like, wow, was it the same guy we just had? So again, sometimes it works.
Had Enes Kanter been in the NBA?
No, you got that point. I lost that point. But Pablo Prigioni was another one. He was almost 47. He was like your age. And
Pablo
he came in and ball out.
He did not come in game 1 of a playoff series.
He came in the beginning of the year.
The beginning of the season. Right. He didn't just walk in the start of the playoffs.
I did like Pablo a lot. He was awesome.
I just like those kids, man. I like the kid. That's probably why.
I mean, yeah, it would in a perfect world. I wish this European guy, we got him earlier and he was part of the club, but I don't think they're going. I don't think they're. I agree. I mean, you just don't. It would send a bad message, I think, to the team too. Like they've fought all year together as a team. Now this dude's going to come in and take my spot, my minutes. I get it. The guy can play. It looks like he – well, actually, I don't know if he can play. I shouldn't say that. I've seen film that I like. I still don't know if he can play. That's what we'll evaluate in the offseason. But, I mean, it is what it is. They're not – he's not playing in the playoffs, though. It's just – it is what it is.
So people will get that out their mind.
So this is the easiest way to sum this up, right? Tibbs is a creature of habit. Our head coach is a creature of habit. So unless he is confident that you can fulfill whatever role he's going to put you on the floor to do, you're not going to see the light of day. You got people on this team right now that have been here for couple years, right? They have limited to no playing time right now because they have not gained the level of confidence in Tom Thibodeau thus far. Now,
Theo Pinson. Sorry.
Let me say this.
Allergies.
In certain situations, if there's injuries out there or if there's just a blowout game, either way, if we're getting blown out or we're blowing somebody out, these guys may be able to get some garbage minutes or whatever the case may be. I don't count that. What I'm talking
Right.
about are significant minutes that you go out and you contribute to the outcome of the game. And you're not getting on the floor if you do not fit Tom Thibodeau's system. And you can't produce
Right.
the way that he's looking for you to produce. He'll give you a minute. Same thing he did with Quickly coming off that injury. And as soon as he figured out that he wasn't ready, he snatched him, set him on the bench, and played somebody else.
And G-Man, we have to accept the fact. I understand. Elfrid Payton's frustrated me like crazy, especially the past month. I get it. We're trying to find any possible way to find a way for him to not to play. But the reality of the situation is, for this team to win this series, Elfrid Payton's going to have to do his job. And what that involves is very simple. Play very hard on defense. Do not get the bait for Trae Young's fouls, but use some of your fouls. I want Elfrid to use some of his fouls. I want Elfrid to drive to the basket, suck the defense in. Hopefully he can finish a couple of shots. I need him to play 10 to 15 solid minutes where he doesn't hurt the team. And what I mean by that is, again, just play your role. Do not shoot threes. Know where the ball should go. But we need 10 to 15 good minutes. That's all I'm asking for. We're not asking for anything more. We're not asking for Elfrid Payton to score 20 points. We're not asking for Elfrid Payton to win the game. We're asking him to just give us enough to not lose the game when he's in there, and so that we can still run the team. So
well said.
Whether we don't, I don't have anything against any person that plays for my team. I want him to do well. We all want him to do well. We all understand he's not very good. Okay. But the reality of the situation is, for us to win this series, he's going to have to do his role. So we have to accept that. And we just have to, we can't, it's not the time. If he's gone with it too far, it's not the time to figure out a way to take him out. That's all I got to say.
Spree, I want you to continue on, because I think what you're saying is excellent. But I think we have to parse some of the facts that you mentioned, because some of these facts stick together. Like you said, he has to play his role and he has to contribute, right? So what we should be asking ourselves is, what is Elfrid Payton's role on offense and defense, and how come it seems as if he is not doing it effectively down the stretch? Now, I could ask you a legitimate question based on what I've seen down the stretch and what you just asked. Like, for instance, do you think Tom Thibodeau was cutting back Elfrid Payton's minutes because he knows he's going to need him for the long haul in the playoffs? Now,
I was thinking that. Wow.
Now, when I ask that, now somebody immediate will say, well, no, Elfrid Payton's production has been down. He's been playing like trash. But we could also say that maybe we'll see an uptick in production come the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Elfrid Payton, at the bare minimum, will be more fresh than our other point guard options: Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Alec Burks. You know what I'm saying? The other thing too is what are you asking Elfrid Payton to do in his role? Are you gonna continue to ask him to go to the pit to penetrate the defense and kick out to shooters? And the reason why I ask that is because recently Elfrid Payton has been driving to the basket and has not been kicking out to shooters. He's been trying to finish wildly at the basket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, like, what are we asking a healthy Elfrid Payton to do to help the team win?
So I'll say I'll be very brief because I want to give it to the floor to others. But just to answer your question, my belief is it's an interesting theory, Freezy. I appreciate you raising it. It's very interesting. But my opinion is Tibbs has played the best guys all year. And the bottom line is Elfrid Payton over the past month has been worse. That's why the minutes have gone down, in my opinion. And he hasn't seen any fourth quarters. He just hasn't deserved the minutes. So that's my reasoning for that. I don't believe it's to keep him fresh. Although I think it's an interesting theory, given that Elfrid Payton is younger than a lot of our players, including Derrick Rose. I get that. To answer your question on
And
Yes,
Burks.
go.
And Burks.
Yes,
And
and
he's
Burks.
running in Burks also.
Yes. To answer your question on what Elfrid needs to do, again, defensively, I need him to apply ball pressure. I need him to use his fouls. I need him to make Trae Young work as much as possible. That's very important. That's for everyone that's guarding Trae Young, especially Elfrid Payton, because Elfrid Payton, to be fair to Elfrid Payton, he has had good games on defense. Early in the year against Steph Curry, he made Steph Curry work. He can do that occasionally.
We see glimpses. We see glimpses of him sometimes, and that's what I always try to like reiterate to people. Like we go so hard on the guy, but his job is not to be like quickly. His job is not to be like Rose. You know, when I see Elfrid is the 25 miles per hour. Rose is the highway. And quickly is that nitro. So just because one guy is going at a different speed does not mean he's not a good player, because again, he was the one that started for the 41 wins. So he's been doing something good. It's just we gotta look for what is it instead of just like, man, it was so embarrassing as a Knicks fan, because I was watching all of the Knicks media and like the practices and the interviews. Mark Bergman was going at his neck. Every other question was the way we react to him. Now the media is asking him those questions, and you could tell he's very trying to rebuttal and not trying to sound disrespectful, but it's getting into his head, and he don't need that right now. We need him to be clear-minded.
I agree.
Clear-minded.
I'll say this: I agree, and I liked his answer. Berman's always going to ask the goofy questions, and I understand Elfrid's struggling. I think Berman goes too far. That's just my opinion. But he answered it correctly. He said, we're winning now.
I think Berman wasn't it with that Asperger? You ever heard of Asperger? The people that have no feelings when they talk? I think he has that. I don't think he has been diagnosed, but he.
I'll just say this. I think he answered the question correctly. I do still feel confident. I still believe in my abilities. And we're winning. I know what I have to do. I still feel confident, and that's what you want to hear. You want Elfrid Payton to say he stinks? No.
I love that he ignores us. Like, he knows that we are a crazy fan base, and I love that he blocks us. If you look at how Elfrid talks, also Noel. I was the first time I saw Nerlens Noel talking. He sounds just like Elfrid, a passive guy, well spoken. And he's not going to be all up and uppity like us New Yorkers. And that's what I meant. Like, his demeanor is amazing. I actually like the kid now. I'm actually going to get an Elfrid Payton a jersey if we go to the second round.
And I just want to say this. Offensively,
if you see me with an Elfrid Payton jersey on, please check my mental health. Because I am not in a good emotional state if you see me with an Elfrid Payton jersey on. Okay. I don't even know what number he wears.
Offensively, just really quick. Offensively, I forgot to add this. He can't turn the ball over. He can't turn the ball over. So I don't want him shooting threes. What does he need to do on offense? Get the ball to Julius a lot of the times. Get him on that low block. Move the ball. Don't take shots I don't want you to take. Yes, I do want him to attack the rim for easy when he has it, because the good things, I understand he hasn't been finishing, but the bottom line is we do need penetration from the guards. That is an important part of his job. And if he misses, he misses, but at least there may be opportunities for rebounds, but he has to attack when he's in there. I'm not going to tell Elfrid Payton not to attack when he's in the game. That's going to hurt us. But the number one priority on offense is to not turn the ball over. That's all I got for Elfrid Payton, and I wish him well, because I'm going to need him.
That's like saying, I don't want these thunderclouds to produce rain.
Okay.
So I think my position in here is to bring a sense of realism to what's actually going on here. So in order to do that, I think first we need to clarify a couple of things. So to Freezy's question, I will pose a question to the question. We talk about Elfrid Payton's role. When we talk about his role, are we talking about his role as a point guard on an NBA team? Is that the role in which we're speaking to when we talk about Elfrid Payton?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So in that role, the first thing that we need to understand and recognize is this: Elfrid Payton is a point guard in name and name alone. The person that handles the ball and the ball movement when Elfrid Payton is in the game is Julius Randle. Julius Randle is the point forward. Hence why when Elfrid Payton crosses half court line, he gives the ball to Julius Randle. Now, Elfrid Payton essentially then becomes, for all intents and purposes, the number 2 guard because Julius Randle is running the offense. The offense runs through Julius Randle. Where Elfrid Payton gets exposed at is when his shot is not falling when he drives to the basket and when he has wide open jump shots and he shoots air balls. That's where he gets crucified. That's where those are his highlights right there. Anytime you turn on any media or when the fans crucify him, Elfrid Payton was he was wide open and he shot an air ball not one but 2 times. So why are you shooting the ball? Listen, if you play in the NBA, the only way that if you miss a shot, that don't mean you stop shooting. You keep shooting until your shot starts to fall. So, and I said this, and I've been on a couple different shows today, and ironically, each one of those shows we had to have this conversation about Elfrid Payton. And I have been consistent in my take on Elfrid Payton, which is this: don't get it twisted. I am not the president of the Elfrid Payton fan club. But fair,
that would be City for real.
See, but here we go.
You cannot take City for real spot as a president of the Elfrid Payton fan club.
he gave him a nickname. He called them the what's his name? The Elf of Elf Street.
The Elf of Wall Street.
Elf of Wall Street.
Oh my God!
You cannot overtake City for real as one Elfrid Payton fan.
Well, what I would say about Elfrid Payton is this, right? The same level of criticism that we levy on him where he sucks, and he has done that quite successfully over the course of the last few games that he's played. I think we need to be able to give him his flowers when he performs well. So there have been several games in which he scored 20, 18, 15, 22 with substantial assists for him because he doesn't pass the ball. He passed the ball to one person. Julius Randle. That's it. That's his outlet right there, right? But I think Tom Thibodeau knows, as he said in many interviews, what Elfrid Payton's role is. And he says repeatedly that Elfrid Payton does not have to score the ball to be productive in the scheme of what we have going on. I don't know what that means. I would like to see him score more. But, I also think at the same time that, at some point you have better call a failed experiment a failed experiment and move on to something different.
But G-Man, do you remember how Joakim Noah shoots a free throw? The way he shoots a free throw, I believe myself. When I used to watch him, I'm like, he should not be in the NBA. But for some reason, Tibbs has a way of coaching guys that have a lot of basketball imperfections, but when it comes to that clutch time, I don't know, he gets something out of them, and that's how I feel about Mr. Payton.
So
yeah, that's a good point.
It is, but I think that at this point in Payton. So if that gene was there, if that gene existed, we'd have seen it by now. That's what I think. I think that if you look at something long enough, you can make it look like whatever you want it to look like. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying. You can make. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna go any further down that lane right there. But it's you can make yourself believe what you want to make yourself believe. But what I don't want people to get confused about is this: you cannot come in, look at a box score, and think that you understood what went on in the game if you didn't watch the game.
Correct. You
can't do that. You have to see where these points and these plays came into effect when that player actually got those statistics, right? So RJ Barrett, the RJ Barrett play when we played against, who was it? Was it Boston? That he had 18 points at the end of the game? It was either that game or the game before.
Memphis?
Maybe Memphis. So, but those 18 points came when he made like three threes in a row. You know what I'm saying? But before, and all that was in the fourth quarter. But before that, he played like garbage
I think
the
it was
whole
Memphis.
entire
Talking
game.
about Memphis. I could be wrong.
It's either Memphis or Boston. I don't remember which game it was. I'm gonna have to
Sounds
go
like
back.
that. Sounds like that.
But you cannot take what the box score says and take that at face value for, oh, RJ had a great game. He had 18 points and blah 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 blah. No, he sucked that game. He just happened to get his groove in the fourth quarter, which propelled us to be able to get the win. That's all that was. But if you watch the game, you would know that he missed some drives to the basket. And granted, he doesn't get the foul calls he should get. I give you that. But there are some jump shots he missed. There were some blown defensive plays that happened. There were some rebounds that he should have got. I mean, I'm just saying that, if you are going to speak on a player and a player's performance, please watch the game.
Right.
Please have some consistent content in what you're saying, that you have facts to back up your opinion. Don't come with, I just turned on Yahoo Sports, looked at the box score, and now all of a sudden I have an opinion. You don't get chewed up and spit out. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. And we as Knicks fans, we are very critical of our players because we're passionate fans. That's what we do, right? But at the same time, I have not met an uneducated Knicks fan yet. There are some that have more knowledge than others. There are some that do more research than others. But I have not met an ignorant Knicks fan yet. So just know the level of conversation that you're having, and then know when to bow out and talk about something else. So when I get in over my head, I know when to shut up.
It's like when Uncle Freezy talks about how New Jersey has more successful music artists than any other place.
That's fair.
Putting that out there. Hey, Uncle Freezy, there's a documentary called Hitsville, The Making of Motown, the most successful label in the history of music.
So
Troy?
Kev, that's a documentary, right? But do you know what Motown is short for?
Huh?
Do you know?
Motor City? Is it Motor City? Motor City?
Right. Detroit is called the Motor City. You know why they call them the Motor City? It has nothing to do with music, bro.
They made cars there for the longest.
Four.
Right. The big three made cars in that area. That has nothing to do with making music, right? And secondly, just because you make a documentary doesn't mean it's true.
But
right?
Motown is the most successful label of all time.
Really? Do you have data to back it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Motown record has produced more artists with more gold records, platinum records, sold more records under their label than any other label in the history of music.
That is not true.
What label has sold more than Motown?
Sony.
Sony is not a label. Sony is a distribution company.
So okay, all right. So now you're getting into semantics because Sony and Arista sold more records than Motown, and I'll tell you what, Motown Records has gone bankrupt 3 times within my lifetime.
Yes, that's a fact.
I can't comment on this. I don't know.
That's a fact.
And
I'll take your word for it.
I don't want to get into this debate with Kev about Motown. What I'd like to do though is speak to him about what Elfrid Payton can do to be the X factor in his playoff run. Right. And so
I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
Right, because so here is one thing Elfrid Payton can do in order to become an X factor in the series. Elfrid Payton can drive the ball to the basket and get Clint Capella in foul trouble.
Yes.
Now, if we're talking about driving the ball to the basket consistently, getting Clint Capella in foul trouble, then they have to replace their bigs with guys like Onyeka Okongwu, John Collins, and Dwayne Dedman, none of which are Clint Capella.
Correct.
Right? And how we start that process is by having Trae Young guard Elfrid Payton. Now, I know what y'all are gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, Uncle Freezy, hey, Trae Young's defense has gotten a lot better," and I'm gonna tell you, Trae Young might be the worst defender in the NBA
I agree.
at any position, right? So now, if you get and here's the other thing too. So here's the other thing too. Elfrid Payton doesn't need a screen or a pick to blow by Trae Young. Elfrid Payton is one of the quickest guards in the NBA. He can get to the basket anytime he feels like it. The only thing though is
I'm envisioning this. I wasn't laughing at you. I'm just envisioning in my head this. But you're
Spree, he's not
point.
wrong. Spree, go back to the last game against the Celtics when Obi was playing, and then they took Obi out and they let Randall in. What happened after that was they went on an 0-9 run. We couldn't score, and it was due to the fact that everybody was throwing threes.
Thank you, Bros.
Oops.
Okay.
And at that time, I kind of want Elfrid. It's sad to say, but I wanted Elfrid. Rose wasn't playing, and we lost the lead. That when Elfrid was playing in the third quarter, we got into like an 18-point lead. You could go back. I watched the game, and I saw how many errors we had in the last game. And when we go so hard against Elfrid, sometimes we don't realize that he's the only one that's willing to take hits. A lot of our guys are not willing to take hits.
Yeah. What I'm saying is if we punish the Atlanta Hawks interior defense, get them in foul trouble, make them go deep into their benches, go deep into their bench. I think you could see the Knicks win this series in 5. If it's a situation where we try to play finesse ball with the Hawks, I think you may see this series go 7. In any series that goes 7, it could be won by either team.
That's right. That's right.
So, what's your prediction on the series, Freezy?
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. I'm gonna say Knicks in 6, and the reason why I'm gonna say Knicks in 6 because any team that shoots the 3 has a shot at catching lightning in the bottle and just blowing doors off any team in the NBA. The 3-pointer is the great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you play, I don't care. You can put the '94 Knicks up against the 2015 Golden State Warriors, and that Warriors team might get hot from outside and beat that '94 Knicks team by 40. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the 3-point line is the great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it'll happen? No, I don't think it would. But you never know with the 3-point shot. When and 3-point the 3-point makes are contagious. Like if 2 or 3 guys see the 3 go in, bro, we did that to the Milwaukee Bucks one game this year, where our guys started watching the 3-pointer go in, and there was nothing the Bucks could do, even with Giannis.
Uncle Freeze, who you think is a better underdog? Who you think is the underdog in between us and the Hawks right now?
I would say underdog status depends on the momentum of the series, and I'm saying things like how the officiating crew is calling the games. Are they calling it super tight? Or are they going to let them play? Are your stars going to get star calls?
Is it? I was at Uncle Freezy. Is it fair to say that you don't want Lisa Stansfield anywhere near this series?
No. Lisa Stansfield has an axe to grind against the Knicks.
So you don't want her anywhere near this series?
No. I want her out west doing the Utah series.
I think that veteran crew that we had, I forget which game it was, but that veteran officiating crew that we had, that's the crew that we need to officiate this series for the Knicks and Hawks.
Yeah.
I agree with you though, Freezy. The way the game is called with Trae Young is a huge factor in the series.
Right. Because I'll give you an example. The veteran crew that y'all alluded to, Emmanuel Quickly, as a young rookie with less than 20 games under his belt, could go to them and ask them questions, and they would explain stuff to Quickly. They're
exactly.
No, Quickly, you can't do this based on the rule book. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. Blah blah blah. Right. Young referees, young officiating crews, you go up and say, "Hey, man, what can I do such and such?" And they're like, "You've been playing the game too long. Stop slowing up the game." You know what I'm saying? You see him. You see him. Like they and it's not just Quickly. They did it to Draymond Green tonight. Did y'all watch the Golden State Warriors Memphis game?
I saw it.
Yeah. Draymond Green is like, "Yo, what did I do?" They're like, "Play ball." you know what I'm saying? But a veteran crew is like, "Yeah, we're not calling all of that contact, Draymond. You gotta." You know what I'm saying? You pushed him a little bit too much. And Draymond will be like, "Okay, yeah, I did push him too much. At least now I know what the limits are."
Exactly.
In games that are probably going to be tight, what scares me a lot is Julius Randle's temperament. You see in the regular seasons, like you see in like commercial breaks and stuff, right? You see Julius Randle like, he be in the referees like, "What going on? Why you doing this?" And I did like he has like an aggressive temp. You remember Tim Duncan used to always be with the refs complaining, but Julius Randle does it more of an aggressive way. And I always be like, "Julius, you need to calm down."
I agree.
And
he's got to calm down. He's got to calm down.
Playoffs are a little bit different. I don't know if the refs are going to be a little bit tighter. I think you can get away with a little bit more of that in the regular season. But
he's going to have to control his emotions. There's no doubt. The level of intensity is going to pick him up. I'm not saying he shouldn't be intense, but to your point, I agree with your point, Hoodie Kev. There's been times this year where Julius he's not gotten over plays or he's sulked. And he's going to have to be mentally tougher. I'm not saying he's not a mentally tough player, but he's going to have to. He's not going to get every call. He's going to have to understand. You're scouted now. You're scouted even better. So you're going to have to overcome some stuff, definitely even more. And he's going to have to. We're going to learn a lot about Julius Randle. We've learned a lot already, but we're about to learn a heck of a lot more in 36 hours. We know a lot about Julius, but this is a new level for him. I'm excited to see how he does.
So this goes back to the conversation we had about Elfrid Payton, right? When we talked about the mindset and understanding right off the bat how the referees are going to call the game. So, and I'm sorry, not Elfrid Payton, RJ Barrett. So if you're coming into the game and the first couple of plays, you feel like there was a foul and you didn't get the call, you go to the refs and you complain, and the refs will tell you, shut up and go play ball, or they give you some pearls of wisdom to say, this is the way the game's going to be called. You have to adjust your game and go play ball, because now you know the rules of engagement. You had you had a thought process of where you thought the rules of engagement may be, but once you, Mike Tyson say, everybody got a plan till you get punched in the mouth. So you take that glance on the chin, right? You say, okay, I see where you at. So now I need to keep my left up because I see you got that jab flowing. So now, because before I thought it was the right, but you didn't develop that southpaw. So now I got to go to my left. You got to be able to make those adjustments and not let the referees take you out of your mindset for the game plan. And that's when Tom Thibodeau gets into calling these timeouts to get these guys settled back down when they get into these altercations. Let the coach be the bad guy. Let the coach be the heavy. If there's a problem, let the coach get the
I
technical.
don't know. Tom Thibodeau been getting a lot of texts recently too.
He has, but Tom Thibodeau is smart enough to know that once he gets one tech, he's not going to get thrown. Well, I'm not going to say I would prefer him not to get thrown out the game. You know what I'm saying? But
He's gotten lucky so far to where he's never been ejected. But the last 10 games, you've seen an uptick on texts from Tibbs.
Kev,
Yes.
Is that an apple pie that you're about to eat in my face? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's a boy.
Actually, no. This is the raspberry cheesecake. This is in the apple pie
Freezy.
box.
They make pies in boxes.
It is 2:19 in the morning, and Kev is eating pie. What is going on right now in the world?
Kev's living the good life here. He's got the tickets. He's got the pies. He's got everything.
I don't understand. Spree, I don't understand. Listen, oh my God. I can't even begin to explain. Kev, listen, I'm gonna need for you. You are about 5 years from 40, right? So well, what, 6 years? You about 35 right now. 5 years. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna need for you to do. Because I love you like a play cousin, right? So this is what I'm gonna need for you to do. As we continue to progress in years and years to get to 40, I'm gonna need you to change your eating habits, brother. I'm gonna need you to come off all this process.
Is that a McDonald's cup?
Yes, Kev stopped and got a number
You
one
went to
on his way home.
McDonald's?
Yes.
What happened to Burger King?
They wasn't open.
No.
Oh my gosh, you eat a lot of fast food.
Yeah. Look. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. Listen, Kev, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna
I
call
don't have time to get up at night, cook a meal, and be on the show on time.
See, listen. So what you do is you prep meals throughout the week. So the only thing you have to do is come out, pop them in the microwave or whatever.
I tell you, I'm always at work.
Yeah,
I get off work, I come home, I jump on the show, I go to sleep, I wake up, I go back to work. That is my life.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like an excuse. How many hours of sleep do you get during the day?
Depends what I got to do in the morning.
Okay, that's fair. We'll talk here. I ain't gonna take up the show. We'll talk because I'm concerned about your health. Yeah.
My health is in perfect condition
right now.
I think G-Man's offering you assistance on your diet, free advice.
Yeah, this
is again perfect condition. I will be on Monday morning. I will be starting back at the YMCA. On Monday, I would have went today, but of course I gotta work.
It gets hard. I'll say this: it gets harder to. I mean, obviously, this pandemic. I went to the gym. I used to go to the gym every day with all the gyms closing and stuff. But I'll just say this: the older you get, man, it's tougher. It's tougher, man. But it's important. It's important to be active, man. Especially, I try and take advantage. I play tennis on the weekends, both Saturday and Sunday, just to get fitness in. But it's hard, man. But it's important. Anybody listening to this, I know we're all inside, but try at least get a walk, do something, at least get activity, man, because you'll drive yourself nuts. And that way you can eat some more fast food like Hoodie Cat. You do that.
You eat pies at 1:30 in the morning. Oh my God, who does that? Jesus, Kev, I'm gonna call you. This is an intervention. I'm gonna call you. We gonna have to do something different. What? Oh my goodness, Freezy, Freezy, Kev's eating pies at 2:00 in the morning. What is going on right now?
As a matter of fact, I think I'm about to call it a night myself.
You what?
Yeah.
Uncle Freezy, are you doing the next morning drive?
No, I the reason why I'm out of town is because I'm gonna. My father is buried out of town. But tomorrow, I'm going to clean off his grave site along with my grandmother and a couple of my uncles. So I'll be cleaning off grave sites in the morning.
Oh, salute, brother. I did that today.
Yeah.
Quiet as kept. I did
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I didn't want to mention that, but Kev put me on the spot.
You could have just said, I have previous engagements.
Kev. When you get
And
older,
Kev,
you understand. Young
yeah,
grasshopper.
and Kev, I usually don't do the KMD on Saturday mornings.
I'm usually asleep, so I don't know.
And so why'd you ask me?
Because we have information that needs to be passed along, don't we?
Yes, we do have
And there's
information.
a certain group of people who watch the Knicks Morning Drive. They don't watch Knicks at night.
So I'll tell you what we do, Kev. Then I will wake you up in the morning.
Whoa.
And so you can come on to the next one.
Wait a minute. Let's slow down.
See?
I had to get up this morning to procure the tickets.
Oh my
I cannot
God.
get up 2 straight mornings in a row like that.
Oh my goodness.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce.
All right, Spree.
Have a
I'm
good
getting
night.
up
All right,
myself
brother. Salute.
as well. I've been
Peace.
mentally nice, Spree. I haven't mentally drained recently. Getting these.
You've been doing a lot of hard work, Kev. So I think that you are entitled to at least 24 hours of low stress and relaxation, right? At least 24 hours.
Yeah. So Kev, you've been ate up for a long time, but the last couple of days you've been squared away. So
Oh my goodness. I understand exactly what that means.
And Freezy, before I go, if you the 2 tickets that might be VIP, I mean everyone's VIP if you come in, but the 2 tickets, you know who.
Guest tickets. Kev, call them guest tickets. Let me help you out. Guest tickets.
Yes.
yeah,
The
Elvis Presley tickets.
Yeah. The sooner you kind of get like a yay or nay, probably the better.
I know, man. I already been working on that, Kev.
Okay.
But when there is no information to give, I don't fabricate it.
Well, now you have all the information.
Yeah.
You even have a ticket yourself. Uncle Freezy is the only person right now. Me and Freezy can just go have the whole suite ourselves right now. He has a ticket. I got the ticket.
And no, but Barbie inquired, so we want to make sure that so the email address for you, if you're interested to inquire, is the show _LawrenceTears@yahoo.com. Right? So the email address is the show _LawrenceTears@yahoo.com. That's our show email. So if you have any questions concerning the show, want to get in contact with us, have show ideas, you're interested in getting tickets, you can email us at the show _LawrenceTears@yahoo.com. And so what we'll do is we'll answer your questions there instead of using the private DM, and then that way we can answer your questions. Kev, what we want to do now is open it up so everybody interested in getting those tickets can do so. And what I want to do is my nephew is interested in getting a ticket, so I want to get 2 for him or 2 for us, and I'm sure you're gonna have 2, right?
Depends.
Oh, depends on
We'll see how the process is playing out.
Kev, you told me that you were bringing some country bumpkin with you.
I did, but I believe that he thinks that it's like some kind of free trip.
Oh,
and it's like no.
This ain't a field trip.
Yeah.
This ain't a field trip. You don't need permission slips, but you need to have some cash.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because if your cash don't spend, you can't get in. That's just how it works. That's just how it works.
We should put this out there that even if you don't get, the sweet tickets because they are sort of limited, that I guess as of tomorrow, Atlanta will have a lot more tickets for sale.
Well, then that'll be on them. But
Yes, that'll be on them.
Our mission is making the sweet tickets available to the Lawrence Tears family. That's our mission. We want the Lawrence Tears family to be able to enjoy a playoff game in a class environment where it's nothing but Lawrence Tears family members, so that we can turn this into an event, have fun, and fellowship together. You know what I'm saying? People that just want to just get in the game, this ain't for them. They need to sit with everybody else. We want to make sure that the Lawrence Tears family is together in a place where we can fellowship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we do a lot of late nights and early mornings together, and we talk a lot of stuff, and we argue a lot with each other. And to me, I think it's only right and properly right for us to do a fellowship where we can get together and hang out in a setting that's safe, where we can get together and learn each other on personal levels and things of that sort, so we'll know who the people are behind these avatars and things, and let people know that when we say Lawrence Tears family, we mean it.
Facts.
You with me, Kev, or no?
Yes, no, I understand completely.
Okay.
Like I said, that and golf simulator that I will probably be winning. Just throwing that out there.
So what are we doing Friday? So what are we doing Friday night? Are we going to get the conference room and just watch Game 3 in the conference room?
We could. I do have the information for that. I haven't gotten back to the guy,
my only
guy at the hotel.
My only deal,
plush hotel that you chose.
My only deal, Kev, is if we're there and spending all this money and they don't allow us to bring in food, it's going to be a frustrating issue with us. You know what I mean?
The food thing, I don't know, because that was the other hotel.
Okay.
Not the hotel that we chose here.
Because we want to explain to them.
He sent me the information, but I didn't know. I didn't even open it yet.
Yeah, we want to explain to them that we may not bring an outside caterer, but we would like to bring our own food. Normal hotels allow you to bring your own food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not set up with catering and all of that stuff, but most hotels I've been to, I've been to a lot of these whack Hilton hotels, and I've brought food in a lot, and nobody's ever stopped me or told me there was no food policy.
That's because you probably. Here's the thing. Let me give you insight. At nighttime, the night person,
they don't care.
A lot more laid back than day person. They will be all uptight. You can't do that. Don't have it in here.
So they telling me I can't bring food into my hotel room?
No, yeah, you can do whatever you want in your hotel room.
Right. What about in the conference room?
What they don't know won't hurt them.
Okay, all right. I'm saying I'm bringing some pig foots and ball peanuts.
The whole place is gonna smell like. I can't even say because
I was about to say don't say that.
We gotta monetize the show, so yeah. I can't say what it smell like.
You can think it, but don't say it.
Okay. Hey, G-Man. So this is something that I posed to Hoodie Kev earlier in the week. Last week, if the Knicks make it to the second round and we play Philly is on the East Coast.
Yep.
We may be able to do a Philly trip. I don't know what the suites will be like, but I was thinking maybe we can do a safe meetup where we could get together and maybe watch the game in Philadelphia.
I'm with that.
Be in that environment. You know, our only deal is whatever happens, we got to move quickly because as we've experienced with the Hawks and the Atlanta series,
Yep.
once the announcement is made, accommodations go fast.
Real fast, and then they ramp up the price too because they know
Right,
people come.
right.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
we can't speculate, but we do have to be able to move quickly. We got to be rock steady, roll ready.
you. Yep.
Kev, you understand what I'm saying? You ever,
Yeah.
Kev? You ever been in a formation and
No.
and a older NCO step outside the formation and start calling cadence? You know what cadence is, Kev?
I was in band.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So you was in bed. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Kev said,
So
Kev said, and he said it with a straight face. Kev said, "I wasn't bad."
right.
You
I
know
spent
why
most of my life in band.
You know why drumline one time too many.
You
Yeah.
know, Drumline was one of our movies. I remember when Drumline came out, I was on a band trip in high school, and
Uh,
Drumline came out, and that was like our Bible. I remember
Oh, wow.
we went back and learned all the cadences from the movie Drumline.
so here we go, Kat. I'm gonna give you a preview, right? So you're gonna take me back to when I was an E7 platoon sergeant and running my formation on our normal 18 Airborne Corps. You don't know what I'm talking about, but 18 Airborne Corps, you have to run 4 miles in 36 minutes. That was the standard, right? So what you do to motivate your soldiers, you got to get out there and you got to sing them a song, right? So what I do is you get out there and say, what I tell you, I'm not telling you to rock, rock, steady, steady, roll,
Oh,
roll, ready, ready, rock
ready.
me, rock me,
Rock,
rock
rock
steady, roll
steady.
me, roll me, roll. When you're ready, oh, look, oh my God, you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I heard that cadence. I heard that cadence a time or two. And
yes,
when I
sir.
say when I say a time or two, I don't mean a time or two. I mean like hundreds of times. You know,
Absolutely.
especially on battalion runs when
Oh yeah.
people are trying to impress.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
when it's time to impress.
That one
And
and the C-130 one.
oh, C-130 rolled down.
Yes, sir. They used to kill that one, boy. Kill it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Kill it.
and Kev, the funny thing is, so privates out of basic training would sound off, right? Sound off, but E3s, E4s that don't have a car, they done moved off post. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the system a little bit. They don't sound off like that. They were like, man, can we hurry up and get this thing over with? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
And you know,
But
when I first saw him freezing, what I used to do to him, I used to be running through the formation, right? And I'm like, okay, I can tell who's singing and who's not singing. So after we
right.
finish the battalion run, for everybody that didn't sing, we're gonna run another 2 miles. Let's go. Uh-uh.
Yes, yes.
I'm about to do you in. When I say
Isn't
sing,
that a song by like the Whispers, or is that a different
What?
song?
what?
No, I don't think so.
What are you,
I don't
what
think
are
so.
you talking about, kid?
Didn't the
Oh my
Whispers have a song? I don't know. I don't remember.
no.
I'm getting kind of tired, so it's like a little bit.
Yes, you sound
That,
very
that's that. That's
tired.
that pie. That's the pie on your brain
Yeah,
right there.
right.
Those additives and preservatives, they're taking over your mind right now. I'm
No,
telling
that's me folding a mountain of laundry, and it's just
Hey, so
like, oh god, more and more
just
laundry.
real quick, anybody talk to Ron Cleveland recently in the past few days?
you. I was on this pod today.
Okay, how he doing, man?
He good. He good. I
Oh,
texted him earlier today just to make sure he was okay, and he said he was
okay,
doing the show today, so he's good to go.
okay. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to check on him, make sure he all right. So,
He's great.
yeah,
Did you hear about Tone Wu?
no,
What he was going through?
yeah, I did hear about what he was going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But everything is status quo. Everything's still the same.
No. And now we're at the bad end of the spectrum. Let's just say that.
Oh man.
That
Okay.
happened. That happened. Yes, I wouldn't say yesterday.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we just keep praying for that brother, man. Make sure everything be all right.
Absolutely.
Make sure we pray prayers of serenity and sincerity for that
Yeah.
brother.
Absolutely. Facts.
Yeah. To so that the I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm gonna just say the sincerity of the things in our heart are manifested through the things that we say, and so that it'll be go from our mouth to God's ears, and hopefully the outcome will have a little bit of say in the outcome, because we don't have say in the outcome, but
Well
maybe
said.
maybe we could just by us pulling together, maybe what I'm saying, we can help a little bit. So
Well said. Well said.
yeah, man. Um, I guess Kev on a rat here because Kev ate that doggone cherry pie. Now he don't have no stamina.
Look, look. What you? I wish I could I'd take a picture of this right here because I'm telling you, this is exactly what you're gonna look like 5 years from now. But what's not gonna happen is you're not gonna have no stamina, and the only thing you want is peace and quiet with your remote laying on your belly, and you ain't gonna have no headphones on.
Right.
But
Listen, when
it's
I'm not,
coming.
well, listen, I'm like that right now when I'm not just laying in the house by myself, just like this,
Oh man.
watching TV.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness,
Oh
that's a
man.
bad.
Nick, that's my man. I had the phone away from me. I didn't
No,
see
no
where
worries,
you
no
was
worries,
exactly.
no worries.
Yeah,
I
my
actually
bad.
love the conversation you guys had in the background. So,
Yeah, my
yo,
bad.
Kev, I don't know, man, Kev. I thought Kev was like 10 years older than me. So you're making me feel like I'm old now. I did not know you was 35, sir.
I wish I had, uh, 5 years younger than me. My
So
skin would look all
you're a millennial? You're a millennial?
theoretically, yes, I am.
Why do you speak like this then?
Like
You don't
what?
even
What are you talking about?
like you just talk about drumline, and I was like, hold on, drumline is my generation. Like that's Nick Cannon.
Yes,
So,
I was in high school when that movie came out.
but
No,
why do you
we
sound
actually said
44?
cadence.
I don't know
We
what.
we actually said cadence, and it got to drumline.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Yeah.
because
See, praise. See?
yeah, sometimes the facts get washed away. You know what I'm saying? But hey, so Nick Gas said reminded me that Paul Mooney passed away, and it
Oh
kind
man,
of
rest in
shocked me,
peace to the
man.
boss. Rest in peace to the boss.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that
I'll give
was.
you a funny Paul Mooney story. I was at the Stand performing back in 2017. So the Stand is those type of comedy clubs in New York that, like, if you're Louis C.K., if you're Dave Chappelle, like if you're a big boss in comedy, you just pull up at 2 a.m. and then like they'll just give you the stage. So I was like, I remember it was like 1:45 and I have 10 minutes at 2 a.m. At 1:57, here comes in Paul Mooney. So they were like, oh, he's gonna do a 30-minute set. And I'm like, what? Let him go. That's the boss. Okay, Man, we were there until 5 a.m. Paul Mooney took 3 hours, just like going off. Like if there were Uncle Freeze, there were 35 people in there. At the end, there was only 13 comics. The whole stage, everybody that was sitting there left because he was just he was just ramming them. Like, and you know how I am. I have, the problem with the tongue. Like sometimes I don't know how to control myself. And when I saw that, man, I'm like, wow, some people make money just doing that. Like he was a boss. He was beyond comedian. So it's like, rest in peace, Paul Mooney, a comedy boss. We love him a lot. And he left so much for us comedians to, so it's just beautiful. Beautiful life that man had.
Right.
That's what I was relaying to the watchers of the show the live stream that when that guys come on and he says certain things, it kind of tilts the conversation. And at first, people were getting offended, like, "Why do you say that?" And I'm like, "Calm down. The dude has what you call a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? And comedic timing. Like everybody doesn't have a sense of humor and comedic timing, especially when they're enveloped in arguments that they feel like they have to win because it's life or death. And then I tell them, and then when I try to tell them this, hey, this argument, whether you think it's life or death or not, it is not life or death. Like when we say Kevin Knox sucks and Hoodie Kev hulks out and is like, no, you can't talk trash.
Listen.
Trash about my baby.
That's my son. That's my son.
I am the Doctor Strange of this universe.
Oh my goodness.
No, Kev,
Okay.
you're the
Pick
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Pick up the hero. Pick up the hero, Kev.
I'm the cerebral wizard.
No, you are.
Of the universe.
No,
Kev is
you
low-key.
are.
He's low key.
No, Kev
I'm really more Tony Stark.
Oh, you're more like low key.
No.
Definitely more Tony Stark.
No.
Nah, not with it.
No.
No,
Kev, I'm gonna tell
Kev
you.
is the Hulk.
I was about to say that. You are Bruce Banner, and the secret is that you're always angry. You just know how to suppress it. That's all that is. That's all that is.
Kev, did you see in Endgame when Professor Hulk showed up? When Professor Hulk showed up in Endgame, did you see all the food that the Hulk was eating?
I think he had a salad. I think he had a salad and maybe some apple slices.
He had a burrito about the size of your thigh.
Really, it could have been like probably a Cobb salad. And some apple slices.
Yeah, that's funny.
Some non-sweet iced tea.
Who drinks non-sweet ice? I don't even believe they make non-sweet iced tea, but I know they do.
People up north drink non-sweet iced tea. Go to Rhode Island and ask for sweet tea. What is that?
I tried it once. It was the most disgusting thing you ever wanted.
Absolutely.
I had that one. I was like, why'd you give me some dirty water? What is this? Is this from the sink?
Oh my God.
This is horrible service. How did you get a 97 on there? They give me sink water. Take this back. Where am I at? Flint, Michigan?
Oh my God. Yo, I don't know who's the comedian here. Jesus, that's low ball.
Hey, so Kev, real quick before I go, man, I just want to ask you something that may take like 2 minutes. Is Kevin Knox a future piece for the New York Knicks, or are we dragging out the inevitable?
You want this in 2 minutes? You said you got 2 minutes and you want me to... Listen, I'm going to say this. Kevin Knox next year, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you.
That's an easy question. That's a yes or no question, Ken.
Yeah, it was a yes or no question.
Is it that? Enough said!
You were equating Kevin Knox and who is that he's talking to? RJ Barrett?
You see it.
With Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan.
Scottie Pippen. Huh.
Yes. And I show that to people and they think that I'm saying that
RJ Barrett has proven something. Kevin Knox ain't proven that yet.
What has he proven exactly? RJ has.
He's shown an improvement from year 1 to year 2.
Oh.
Hey guys, don't mean to interrupt, but we've been gaining more than 20 people the last hour. There's 75 people currently live, and we only have 37 likes. Can we at least get it to 60, 50? Can we hit the like button? Come on. I know half of the people fell asleep, but come on, hit the like button, please.
Smash that like button.
Smash it.
If you see a like button, beat it up.
Listen, when Damian Lillard is the starting point guard for the New York Knicks next season, and Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett are running the wings. It's gonna be some beautiful basketball.
Kevin Knox did not show improvement from year 1 to year 2.
No, he didn't. But as you have alluded to, he has being rebuilt under Tom Thibodeau.
Kevin Knox
So
didn't
Tom
show
Thibodeau will
improvement from year
unleash.
2 to year 3.
Kevin Knox on rehab right now. Tom Thibodeau.
Kevin Knox has
Yeah.
spent his 3rd season with Tom Thibodeau learning how to be a pro.
How old
Learning
is
the
he again?
nuances. He's 21.
How old is he? 20? 21? Oh, you can buy a beer now.
20. Well, how old is he? 24?
No, I think he's 20.
Okay.
And next year, Tom Thibodeau will unleash Kevin Knox just as he did with his other prized possession, Jimmy Butler.
So Kevin Knox is going to be Jimmy Butler next year.
He's gonna be 22 in August. 22 in August 2011.
Are you trying to say that he's going to be the Jimmy Butler that we know now, or the Jimmy Butler that was back then?
No, you can't speculate because Jimmy Butler, by the time Tom Thibodeau had his hands on Jimmy Butler and got him right, Jimmy Butler was 25 years old. Because he came out of Marquette. He came out of Marquette at 23.
Wow, yeah. He was old.
Same age as Obi.
Yeah.
But all we need is just 1 year, and Kevin Knox will be right. And Kevin Knox will be the starting small forward on this team, running the wing with RJ and Damian Lillard.
Is he signed through next year? When is his next contract up? Kevin Knox.
Yeah, he has 1 more year. Well, technically, he has 2 years, technically, but 1 more guaranteed year.
I think KP is working with him, like G-Man just said. I think KP.
Mark my word.
KP is working with him. I think they're not just gonna let him go like that. I don't feel like.
Yeah, and Hoodie Cavs, see, Dr. Strange don't hulk out like you did just now. You hulked out just now.
Yes, you did.
You did hulked out.
You had to bring it back in because
the veins were coming out. The veins
was about
the
to come
green.
Not hulking out at all. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I made a statement.
Chris Shank said Knox is trade bait. So I think if we can, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm not trying to instigate an argument with Hoodie Cav 3 o'clock in the morning. If we can get a high 2nd round pick for Kevin Knox right now, I say do it, man. Take it to the register and ring it up.
Blasphemous.
Yeah, man. Take it to the register and ring it up right now, man. Don't let, because another team, because they might take that offer off the table, and then we stuck.
Look at Kev's face. Look at Kev. What? I wish I could get a screenshot of that right there. Look at that. He is measuring his comments right now. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
They said the chat said they're going to trade Kevin Knox for some chicken nuggets. That's how the chat feels like.
So here we go.
So if we can get chicken nuggets for Kevin Knox, I don't know if I would even worry about the sauce. I'd be like, let's get them chicken nuggets in here real quick.
School Lunchables.
Listen, Knox for school lunch. Oh my God! Listen, Kev, don't fall for the bait, baby. Don't go.
Listen.
Do not.
I'm not some early morning fish that you think you can just dangle a little worm out there and I'm gonna go and snatch it.
Oh, you talking like me and Cornerstone Cav? All I gotta do is say, "Hey, Cornerstone Cav." They're gonna change Frank number to number 12. Hey, Kev with broad gasket.
So the thing about people, you see, this is the difference. Like I'm not wavering. I believe wholeheartedly that Kevin Knox next year is going to be the player that we want him to be. Now, Cornerstone Kev feels like which way the wind blows is how he feels about Frank Ntilikina. Like Frank didn't play a couple games. Frank sucks. He needs to go. Then Frank gets some spot defensive minutes. Oh, look, he needs to be on the all defensive team. That's my boy. No, I am consistent down the middle. Kevin Knox will be a star player.
Where?
In New York City.
Fortnite.
for many years.
Which borough?
Manhattan.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So, with that being said, I will bid you all adieu.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too, man.
I think I held my composure very well. I was being.
Y'all ain't doing the roll call.
Correct. You see,
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
What Uncle Freeze was trying to do was he was trying to pull a Tony Stark. He tried to prod me to see if I was going to Hulk out. But I was like, no, Tony, stop trying to zap me with that.
So
you see, I'm trying to do stuff.
So, Kev, what you can't do is call Uncle Freeze later on and then Hulk out on him off camera.
I'm definitely not going. I have never done that ever before.
Okay.
Hey guys,
as always, I appreciate the 77 folks that's up in here tonight, watching the pod, watching us chop it up about whatever topic it is that we're talking about at the time. And then for those of you that are watching the show later on, thanks for coming. Make sure you subscribe, like, and make sure that way when Uncle Freezy, Hoodie Kev goes live with the Nick and Dyke podcast. And
Uncle Freeze, I think you're gonna have to drop Knicks at midnight, because the more every time you're about to close the show, more people start piling in. It's just the weirdest thing ever.
Right. Yeah, man. It's we're getting used to each other, so they're getting used to us and formatting and things, and we're getting used to the crowd and what they want. So and we're still young, man. It's baby steps. We're still a new show. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those deals where we'll continue to try to get better, and the crowd will continue to figure it out what it is that they want from us. Because when we talk all box score, they like, man, I don't want to talk all box score. When I talk all coach speak, they like, I like a little bit of coach speak, but I don't like you talking over my head. That I get that a lot of DMs like, man, you be trying to break down stuff on the floor like such and such. Nobody want to know that, man. We just trying to watch the game. We just want to root for our guys. You know what I'm saying? Something like, it's one of them things like it's what do you really but anyway, how about we get we get out of here. We're gonna bid everybody adieu. Thank everybody for coming through and hanging out with us. We'll holler at everybody tomorrow night for the Knicks at Night podcast. I'll probably be on camera a lot more tomorrow. Thank you for the mods doing a super dope job for everybody. And Kev, what we'll do is we'll push everything as much as we can to open it up for the Barnes to his family that want to show up and go to the game, so that we can recoup the money for them tickets. All right. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Salute. Right. Let's go Knicks. Peace. G-Man.